Yes, you're welcome back to today's broadcast. In this our channel, we give it to you the way it is happening in Biafra land, Nigeria, and around the world. In fact, what is going on in Nigeria today, we will say, God forbid, let war should not happen again, because the situation on ground as it is, it can cause war. And it being there is another country, or there is any country that is something that is happening in Nigeria today and is happening to that country, they would have fight war in that country. But it's because of that, they will say that they have fought the first one and they don't want the second one to happen, because if the second one happen, it will cause a lot of blood shed in the country. And it is something that everybody is praying against. Let it not happen, because if it eventually happens, a lot will lost. Many things will lost. Why the government, they think, and what they are doing it as if they don't know what is on ground. In fact, I would like you to watch the video to the end. Don't skip any part of it, because this our brother, he will explain and expose things that is happening in Nigeria. In fact, as you see, a lot is going on and a lot is going on, but not everyone will come out to tell you the truth. But all of them knows that something serious is going on. Mostly this issue of Boko Haram, Islam, and the Fulani terrorists that is covering everywhere today. As you can see, the issue of Islamization of Nigeria and trying to turn everyone to become Islam is also going on today, and many things is going on. Just watch by yourself and listen to him, and for you to grab a very good vital information you can use, and you can use it to understand the situation of Nigeria. As you're about to watch, like, subscribe, and share it for everyone to see things going on in Nigeria.
You know, during the Biafran War, a lot of mercenaries from predominantly Muslim countries in Africa, okay, Chad and the rest of them, were brought into Nigeria, radical Islamists, to kill our people, Igbos, Christians in the East, right? They fought alongside the Nigerian military at that time. And these are all documented. In fact, there's one video account, very difficult thing to watch, on the Asaba massacre, where a brother who was an eyewitness was basically narrating how that one of those Chadian soldiers who was dressed in Nigerian military uniform was making an announcement before they massacred all those maybe 7,000 or so of our boys. He made an announcement and said something like, if you be Igbo, you must die. If you be Igbo, you must die. So they were given a marching order that just look out for the Igbos and kill them off. You heard all that story of how our people even came out in Asaba to welcome them, and thinking that, okay, we've been able to appease these guys. We don't want to have anything to do with Biafra. We are all for the Nigerian nation. And even after that, they massacred all of them. The guy is still alive today. He made it clear. He was an eyewitness. He saw dead bodies all around him. He only escaped by the grace of God. And he made it clear that most of the people who shot and killed on that day were mercenaries. How do you explain that several decades later, we have a situation where so-called repentant terrorists are being churned out from the killing fields into our already depressed and bleeding streets? And they are being told they could join the military, and not just that they are told, many of them have already gone into the military, as alleged by active duty Nigerian soldiers, which they have also put out on video for the whole world to see. That you have terrorists who are still terrorists. There is no element of repentance in them. They are in the military. They are joining the police force. They are joining everywhere. Anything, any aspect of life in Nigeria is open to them. Meanwhile, they are not Nigerians. I will never stop hammering on this, but the point you need to pay attention to right now is when these guys are now asked to go into the military, do you think that the military will send them to go and fight in Borno, where they were taken from in the first place and called repentant and given automatic citizenship? Do you think they will be sent to go there to go and fight against themselves? No. Most likely these guys are being sent to eastern Nigeria. And so the killings that they couldn't achieve, the genocide that they couldn't complete during the Biafran War, this might be the best opportunity they have now to complete it. Their children are now wearing Nigerian military uniforms again, and this time around legally. And when they enter there, our people are looking at people in our military uniform and they're wondering, who are these? They may actually be staring their own enemies in the face. Now, explain to me, how does anyone know who is a repentant terrorist when you see a Nigerian soldier? And so the systematic killing of my people may just get on the way, low-key, eliminating our people. Doesn't that also kind of explain why in the last few weeks and months we have seen so many framings, so many made-up stories just to tie the eastern part of Nigeria to terrorism? We've seen it from the military, it was debunked. Another one came again, it was debunked. And now we have the police involved. Who are these people eagerly working so hard to tie eastern Nigeria to terrorism? And you know why they're doing that? Because they want to have a large-scale deployment to the east. In the same way there is focus on the northeast, they want to create a plausible cause. They want to create a reason that everybody will agree to. That, hey, we found IED. It was debunked. Oh, we found this, it was debunked. Imagine if they were not debunked. Imagine if our boys and girls who are now actively warring against these wicked people on social media today, imagine if they were not there. They would have gotten away with all of this. And then they will suddenly have a national decree that now there's a problem in eastern Nigeria, we need to deploy. And now when you see the people they are going to be deploying, probably 85 to 90% of them are the same enemies who sought to eliminate all of us during the Biafran War. Their children are now legally wearing uniform and are being sent now to finish what their fathers couldn't finish. You see why Nigeria cannot live for a very long time. Nigeria will not survive this period. I am telling you with everything in me. Nobody born of a woman, nobody born of a woman, even if you are not born of you, even if it's a spirit that gave birth to you, you can never ever conquer eastern Nigeria. Alibo, you can never conquer my people. You will never be able to Islamize my people. Take it from me that I said so. It won't happen. So you better stop trying. There's no need. You hear the story of Igala, the attack of Igala. They wanted him to convert. He committed suicide rather than bow to the Islamic regime. You hear the story of Igbo landing. They wanted to take them as slaves. Our people say never, not on our lives. We'll rather drown than bow or submit ourselves or surrender to slavery. You heard about Aba women riot, and you think that these people are normal people. Bring it on. Bring it on. You know, Nigeria is so doomed and cursed that they don't know when they have bitten more than they can chew. They don't know when they have pushed their enemy, or rather their opponent, to the wall. We have backed up to the wall now. And the time is coming when Nigeria will hear from us. Keep pushing us. Keep trying. But go to bed knowing fully well that I said to you today, you will never, even in 1,000 lifetimes, you will never be able to conquer Eastern Nigeria. You can never conquer Igbo people, let alone Islamize them. May God bless you and keep you. And if you are an Igbo person or from Eastern Nigeria, you better wake up. You better wake up. The hour has come. Vigilante, whatever it is we can do, even on an individual basis, let everybody rise up now. We need to defend our homeland because God bless you.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. You know, I've been trying to make this video and I don't know. Please bear with me. So 2 days ago, I believe, another 700 plus so-called repentant terrorists were reintegrated into the Nigerian society. And you need to understand that the term reintegration is diabolically deceptive, because you do not reintegrate someone into a place they never originally came from. These murderers, these genocidal murderers, these killers, these terrorists are at best mercenaries who were in the past used by authoritarian regimes in Nigeria, who brought them into Nigeria to come and cause trouble, to come and help them win elections, or to kill Christians like they did during the Biafran War. These are mercenaries. They have always been in the business of killing, and Nigeria had always patronized them. But this time around, they have this genius Islamization program that allows them there now to come and kill Christians in Nigeria. And after killing, they don't just kill and leave. They now stay and they naturalize and they become citizens without going through any due process. In fact, they become citizens on a platter of gold. Let me see if I can help you understand. Round about 2015, we had a president, a Christian president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And I have all the evidence and record that Jonathan was the only president in Nigerian history since the time of Boko Haram, since we began to experience terrorism in Nigeria, the only president who ever attempted to eliminate Boko Haram. And he was in the process of doing it. And we have all the proof, everything. Even Al Jazeera has a report to this effect. And what did we get? Rather than encourage him to return and continue ruling Nigeria, economy was good, security was getting better, everything was looking good. The Obama administration and his Democrat Party met with the opposition, which is now the ruling party that has overseen the mass industrial scale genocidal murdering of Christians. They liaised with them, partnered with them, and then kicked out the president that was doing so well in Nigeria, and then brought a jihadi, a non-jihadi, an Islamic fundamentalist as the president of Nigeria in the person of Muhammad Buhari. Obama literally commandeered Jonathan out of power so that jihadi president Buhari would become the president of Nigeria. That's why David Axelrod's organization was sent into Nigeria. David Plouffe, who was Obama campaign manager, was the one who came with them, and they brought their entire team. Please give me 1 second, okay? Yeah. And they brought the entire team into Nigeria to come and create what we now know as the APC. This party that is so diabolically wicked that the only way Nigeria survives today is for this APC to die. That's what the Democrats came to create in Nigeria. And that was the vehicle that brought Buhari to power. And the moment Buhari came into power, one of the first things he did was set in motion a program called Operation Safe Corridor. Operation Safe Corridor is also known as the Repentant Terrorist Program, where these genocidal terrorists from different parts of Africa who have violated the territorial integrity of Nigeria in the process of coming into Nigeria to kill, they are allowed to disembowel pregnant women on a large scale, pull out their babies and slaughter and cut the babies in pieces. They are allowed to decapitate and amputate, to cut people into pieces like meat sold in the market. They are allowed to go into Christian villages, take over entire locations, take over homelands, farmlands, kidnap people in hundreds. Children are raped random like there is nobody's business. You take their mothers and you turn them into breeding machines. Take the young girls and marry them out at such a tender age, and their men, you kill them. The young boys, you radicalize them and convert all of them into Muslims. Few days ago, Boko Haram just released a video of over 400 Christians they took. They have converted all of them into Muslims by force. The ones that survived. Anybody who refused to be converted got killed like an animal. So after doing all of this, the people who do this are pulled out of the killing fields, even when they are not asking for it. They are pulled out and sent into a very cozy, beautiful place where they call rehabilitation center, where they are provided with everything they need. And after just about 2 or 3 months or so, they are pulled out through an elaborate ceremony. They are brought out and shown to the whole country and said, hey, these are the guys who were killing. They have now repented. They will now be reintegrated into the society. And now they allow these guys to join the military, to join the police, to join customs, to join the Navy, to join the Air Force, to join the civil service in Nigeria, to become anything. In fact, one military officer in Nigeria once spoke to them and said, you can actually become the president of Nigeria. Murderers, genocidal killers who have been groomed, radicalized from infancy. And you're telling me that just within 2 months you have de-radicalized them, and you are now sending them to go and fight with those who were tasked with killing them, which is why so many Nigerian soldiers have broken with the due process of being in the army to make videos to report and say, hey, why are we bringing these repentant whatever into our midst? They are the reason why we get sabotaged all the time. Look at how many Nigerian soldiers die on daily and weekly basis, all because of internal sabotage. One brigadier general just died who was due for retirement, and he died only 1 week after another general was killed. Soldiers have come out on their own to admit. Soldiers have also come out to say that whenever they spotted terrorists in the forest and decided to engage, that whenever they asked for authorization to engage, the authorities over them will say, don't engage the terrorists yet. How can you see the people that we are borrowing money and collecting weapons from all over the world to kill? You see them now to show that you have to kill them, which is why you are in the forest. Your commander will tell you don't kill them. Do you not see what is going on? Do you not see that this is a migration, forceful migration to displace our people, to displace our service people, and replace them with terrorists, so that before you know it, we have a terrorist military, a terrorist police, a terrorist immigration, terrorists everywhere. They will just wear uniform and you think they are normal people. You don't know these are the same terrorists who have been killing your people in the bush. They are the ones you're now dealing with in uniform. This is what is happening. No wonder every day, look at how many times this shameful act has happened, where the military is caught framing the Igbo people of the eastern part of Nigeria. You brought videos that were referring to some other people you claim is in Igbo land. 2, 3, 4, how many times now police has joined them? A criminal that was outed in the UK, they went and squeezed Igbo name there, because we are no longer dealing with proper normal Nigerians or people. We are now dealing with infiltrated units and services in Nigerian service units. So you don't even know who is behind all this thing, whether they are the terrorists that have infiltrated all these places. You are pardoning them on such a large scale. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from eastern Nigeria, because he's an Igbo man, is languishing in jail in Sokoto. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you guys claim for what he said, he is going to be in jail. But killers who are still killing, who still owe allegiance to their commanders in the forest, who are still loyal to their commanders in the bush, you are pardoning them, and you will still pardon more. The time has come for all of us to rise up. Oh. Yes, we are waiting for help from outside, but we must rise up and do something, everybody, and God will see us through.
Oh yes. This our brother, he have said it all. He have said it the way it is. In fact, starting from the beginning to the end, the whole story, the whole thing, it is shocking. It is something that once you hear it, you understand the place you are. It is not a country. We are just on a cage, and we are into a time bomb. That is why you see many things happening, and this issue of terrorism, banditry, and Islamism, that is in fact, what we have is their movement now, and they are trying to take over everywhere. They have already taken over everywhere, but the main problem and their main issue, the problem they are facing, is the southeast and the south. But if you look at the west, they have already taken over the west. The middle belt is their own, the north is their own. So they already conquered north for many years. So north is nothing. They have already conquered north. That is why you see the whole governors of the north, the whole emir of the north, the whole chief, and the whole people that is talking in the north, all of them is Fulanese. Then you go to the west, which is Yoruba. They are now trying to conquer. Now they have started it from the Ilorin, Oyo, and the rest of them. This time around, the governor of Oyo State that is coming now is a Fulani man. Very soon, the whole of Yoruba will be taken. And you know what is there is that power is very toxic, and anything politics is, they use politics and they use power to destroy many people's life in the name of they are coming for good. APC aim is to turn everybody into Islam. That is their aim. That is their objection. That is what they come for, and they have been doing it, and they are doing it till date. God will save us and God will help us, but people need to rise up, and people need to start talking, and people need to start doing things, so that the government will understand that it is also a human being that they are doing something to. It is not animal, because the way country is today, nobody is happy. Everywhere you go, buying everywhere. No day you open your radio, you open your TV, you open your gadgets, you will not be hearing one place or the other being kidnapped, being raped, being killed, being many things in this same country, a village being ransacked in this same country. And the worst part of it is that after they catch some of those terrorists that is causing all those problems in the country, for some months, 6 months or 3 months, they will now release them and call them repentant Boko Haram. Then you start asking yourself, how come person that is buying people every day, destroying life every day? In fact, if you see what those people is doing, you will even be thinking, if there is any place there is hair, those people need to be in the deepest of that hair, in the deepest fire in that hair, because what they are doing, it is a very big evil to mankind, a very big evil to anything concerning this world, because their mind is very toxic, very demonic. Just that they don't used to allow people, they don't used to allow us to post video like that on YouTube. Then you would have been seeing many of those videos, what those people used to do to people's life. Then you'll be wondering what type of human being are those kind of people they are. And at the end, the government will tell you that they are Nigerian prodigal son, that we should forgive them and give them second chance. Meaning now we are now God. It is God that have the power to forgive mankind on anything he do, and it is God that have the power to destroy. What is our own is to judge you and send you to God. That is it. Then God will now judge you and put you in a place he wants to put you to. That is for human being. But at the end, the government, they paint them and call them repentant Boko Haram or repentant bandit. Come to the issue of the Fulani of something. The world have already seen them. This mighty Allah Fulani cattle breeders, and many of them, the way their name is, they are now ranking as the number third, the most dangerous terrorists around the world. These Fulanis you are seeing everywhere, and is marauding everywhere, causing problem everywhere. But in Nigeria, they are still calling them so innocent, and they are the main people that is causing this trouble everywhere in the country. In fact, the old issue here, Gumi has already said it, that Nigerian government, they know every terrorist by their name. They know them by their name. Whenever I want to go to the forest, or whenever I want to go and see them, that he used to contact the emirs, the governors, and the chief of that local government before going to see those people. And all of them, they are aware of it. And when the spokesperson, which is Gumi, is saying that government knows all of them by name and where they are staying, meaning the government, they know what is happening in the country, and they are the sponsor of the terrorism that is happening in Nigeria. Well, I would like your comment down below. Like, subscribe, and share for everyone to see things going on in the country. We say thank you for watching.